Hi, my name is Peter Anderson with Anderson Family Therapy. Today is question and answer day. I'm here with Herman.
Hello.
And he will be asking me some questions.
How do I know if I just have cold feet or if I'm not ready for marriage?
Oh, okay. And I have not heard these questions prior. I wanted to be on the fly. So how do you know if whether or not you have cold feet or if you're not prepared for marriage? Was that the question? Well, I guess I would ask, has the anxiety been with you for a very, very long time? In other words, is it baseline? So there are certain people they're just anxious people. And if that's the case, then it may be that you just have cold feet. I would just sit with that. But say if your baseline is not where you're anxious, in fact, you're very excited about being in a committed relationship, you've really had no concerns, but then all of a sudden you're seeing things or hearing things that really concern you, then I would take some time to know what those are. So I think it really kind of depends on your personality, or when you're asking these questions at the proper time, or it matters matters which time you're asking these questions. That's the way I would answer it. Yeah. Yeah, absolutely.
So this next one's interesting, but my partner has come out as gay and I'm not gay. So what should we do?
Yeah, that's a great question. In fact, it's happening more. I would ask the partner who has come out as gay whether or not they actually want to separate. In fact, I know from personal experience, as well as I've sat with some clients as well. Many of my gay clients who are in heterosexual relationships actually don't want to end their marriage. I would ask them what they would like to do, and then I would ask you whether or not you would like to stay in. At least the cases that I've been aware of, sometimes if they come out as gay, they actually would like to stay in the marriage. Sometimes they don't. I think in that case, I would definitely see whether or not your sexual needs can still be fulfilled, and whether or not separation would be helpful if your sexual needs and your deep needs can no longer be fulfilled between the two of y'all. But I would sit with that. I wouldn't make any rush decisions. First, I would ask them if they actually want to leave the relationship. I can think of several cases where they actually didn't want to leave, and so you need to kind of ask yourself whether or not you're okay with that. It may be that your intimacy it doesn't happen anymore. It may be that's actually not what happens anymore. I would just really dialogue with someone, and I would try to find a counselor, like an emotion-focused therapy counselor or a Gottman counselor, that can allow the two of you to get to dialogue. There are a lot of marriage counselors that are too ideological. And what I mean by that, they tend to push their view way too quickly, way too fast, especially on this issue. It's really important that you have a counselor to let the two of you all figure this out, and for that counselor not to immediately tell you what to do. So that's what my advice would be.
What is the best way to diffuse an argument?
Just tell them that they're right all the time. No. Although, a quick aside, actually during my, I'm going to bring up my wife. So, so when we were getting married, a pastor told me, just let your wife and her family do the wedding. You just say, yes, ma'am, and you just focus on the music. And actually did. And our wedding was wonderful. So no, but no, to diffuse an argument, I think the most important thing is to tell them that you see how this is so important for them. That actually really diffuses it. The minute you can say to your partner, not in a sarcastic way or in a demeaning way, I can see that this is really important for you. I see that you're upset. Name the emotion. The minute you're able to name the emotion to your partner will actually immediately, just like that, calm down, because they feel seen, feel heard. We don't do that. We often play tennis and we don't play chess. So what I mean by that, my partner says something, I hit it right back. My partner says something, I hit it right back. What we want to do is just play chess. She just moved her queen out. I'm about to move my bishop, but before I do, I want to take some time. I want to breathe. What is she doing? What is she saying? What is he saying? What is he trying to say? When the minute you're able to kind of notice your partner in the middle of a conflict, it just diffuses. And that's the power of listening. It's the power of empathy. Well, thank you again for listening to Question and Answer Friday. Feel free to go to my website, be on the link below, and I hope to see you next week.